The Battle of the Sheep, a forgotten chapter of military history. Have you ever heard of a battle fought over a flock of sheep? No, this isn't a fable or a farmer's tale. It's a real conflict, buried deep in the dusty pages of history. A bizarre and bloody clash that left a lasting scar on two towns. This is the Battle of the Sheep. And trust me, you won't believe how it started. Our story begins in the quiet countryside of the 18th century, where two neighboring towns, let's call them Geldenford and Stonebrook, lived in apparent peace. Rolling hills, grazing cattle, and the rhythm of daily life painted a picture of pastoral harmony. But beneath the surface, a slow-burning rivalry simmered. It wasn't over land. It wasn't over gold. It was over something far simpler and far woollier, a shared flock of sheep. For years, both towns claimed ownership of the flock that grazed on the open fields between them. Each believed the sheep were rightfully theirs. And soon, what began as quiet arguments between shepherds turned into heated town meetings, threats, and sabotage. As the tension escalated, fences were built and torn down. Wool went missing. Names were called. And finally, on a misty spring morning, it happened. The shouting stopped, and the fighting began. Armed with makeshift weapons, town militias clashed on the disputed field. It wasn't a grand military campaign, but it was no mere scuffle either. People were injured, property destroyed, livelihoods shattered. The Battle of the Sheep was real and devastating. When the dust settled, both towns were left broken. Families mourned, barns lay in ruins, and the sheep, scattered, lost, unaware they had sparked a war. The bitterness lingered for decades. What once were trade partners became silent enemies, and a once thriving region descended into decline. But from the ashes, there came rebuilding, painful, slow, but inevitable. So, what can we learn from this unlikely war over livestock? At its heart, the Battle of the Sheep is a warning, a timeless reminder that even the smallest disputes, left unresolved, can explode into lasting conflict. Like so many modern battles over land, water, and resources, it teaches us that pride and politics can turn neighbors into enemies, and that without dialogue, even sheep can lead us to war. Today, the fields between Geldenford and Stonebrook are quiet again. Children play where soldiers once marched, and the sheep, they're back too, now a symbol of peace, remembrance, and shared history. Locals still tell tales of the Battle of the Sheep, some tragic, some humorous, passed down like a legend, yet grounded in truth. The Battle of the Sheep may be forgotten by textbooks, but its lessons endure, about conflict, pride, and the strange things we fight for. So next time you see a quiet field or a flock of sheep, remember, even peace has its price. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this forgotten tale, like, share, and subscribe for more hidden stories from history.